So, is the Sony PlayStation Portal worth it for at-home use only? Maybe. Kind of depends, but I don't know, man. I kind of wanted to pick one of these up anyway, so let's check this thing out. From the Nintendo Switch to the Steam Deck to the ROG Ally and a whole lot more, these tablet-sized gaming handhelds have been a growing market over the last couple years. With Sony, I don't think they had enough confidence in their handheld brand to make a true successor to like the PSP and the PS Vita. So instead, with the PlayStation Portal, this one is something a little bit different. The PlayStation Portal is not a standalone device, rather, it's a kind of a remote play accessory. Think of it more of an add on to the PlayStation 5. So right out of the box, though, we've got setup here is extremely easy, and it only takes a few minutes to get started outside of just downloading a few updates. Basically, you can connect your Portal to your Wi-Fi and then sync that up with your PlayStation 5, and you are pretty much good to go. Like I'm saying right out of the box here, this thing looks pretty cool. It is basically a PlayStation 5 controller with an 8-inch tablet stuck right in the middle of it. And it is a little goofy looking, but it's simple and it feels great to hold. The controller, the buttons, triggers, everything here feels just about the same as a standard PlayStation 5 controller, except for the thumbsticks are noticeably a little bit smaller. Still feels really comfortable to me, and it is a night and day difference in comfort when compared to like a Nintendo Switch Joy-Con. The screen here is an 8-inch LCD supporting 1080p and 60 FPS, and while it is not as vibrant as an OLED display, I still found that the colors look pretty good here, and the screen size is no joke. I really think this might be bigger than even like the Steam Deck. I'm not really sure. I'm not going to look that up. Maybe I will when I edit this video. Performance is going to vary depending on your internet connection, but with a fiber connection going in here, I had a pretty much smooth sailing on my end. Now, granted, like the whole thing is saying, I really don't plan on taking this outside of my house very often. I kind of just picked this up so that I could play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth in bed, but for that, it works flawlessly. It's not a perfect connection. Maybe I had a slight stutter once in a while, but it was really just like an audio hiccup here or there, or a little jump. Nothing major, and it would really only come up maybe once an hour or two. Definitely not often enough to really even damage my experience whatsoever. I tested out a couple games. Final Fantasy 16 to see if it could keep up with a newer action RPG, and it played great. I'm no technical expert whatsoever, but it felt like there was not really much latency issues between my button presses. Now, I'm not saying that competitive online shooters, if that's what you're going to be doing with this, maybe not, but it does work for action games. You know, I tried out FF7 Intergrade, I tried out Death Stranding, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, kind of just working with what I had downloaded on my hard drive, but all of them worked great. That's not to say there are no issues with the PS Portal. My biggest complaint is that the Portal currently doesn't support streaming from the PlayStation Plus. So what I mean is you'll need to have games either downloaded or you'll have to have the disc in the drive if you have a PlayStation 5 that supports that. While that's just a slight inconvenience when it comes to PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 titles, that does mean that PlayStation 3 is completely unplayable, as those games are streamable only currently on the PlayStation Plus. So I'm hoping this might see some sort of update to allow streaming, just because, you know, the PlayStation hard drive, it can only hold so much, and these games are getting huge with file sizes, especially with like big modern RPGs like Elden Rings and your Final Fantasies and stuff like that. Now, my next issue here is going to be the lack of Bluetooth support, and that is because I guess they don't think that the latency with your regular Bluetooth earbuds is an enjoyable experience. So they just don't include it whatsoever. I don't know about that one. Luckily, there is a wired headphone jack that can probably get the job done as far as that goes. And they, of course, Sony does sell these $200 earbuds that I will not be picking up because, no way. Hell no. But as far as the speakers go, like I said, they sound pretty good. My only complaint is that on the lowest setting, they it's still pretty loud. Of course, you can go into in-game settings and change stuff like that. And then lastly, this is a big one too. My biggest complaint here, and not even for me, this is just for taking your PlayStation Portal outside of the house, which not really the point of the video again, but that is there is no web browser. So that means if you're going to be going to like a hotel or somewhere where you need to access an internet browser to get on the Wi-Fi, that means you can't use your PlayStation Portal. And that's a pretty glaring issue, in my opinion, and a really big negative if we're talking about portability. But if you're just going to be using it at home, then I think it works. So is the PlayStation Portal essential for all PlayStation 5 owners? Absolutely not. But, you know, maybe you've got a lot of people taking up a place in your home, trying to use the TV screens and whatever. Or maybe you just want to play Final Fantasy in bed and, you know, get the best kind of remote play experience. I do say that the PlayStation Portal is the way to do that. Now you can just use your phone to use remote play, and they do sell attachments that you can use. But again, with the PlayStation Portal here, the screen your phone does probably not have an 8-inch screen, right? And it's going to have a much better battery life, and with the dual sense controller, it's just going to feel like a much more authentic PlayStation experience. So I do like this. I don't recommend it for everybody, but I'm kind of glad I picked one up. Anyway, I guess that's it for this one. Hit the like button, whatever. See you guys later. Bye.